welcome to the show.
This guy got a mistletoe belt on.
Gosh, that is bad.
The whole plane smells like weed.
Those were the days.
It's a joke, you idiot. Looked in the mirror, I'm like,
Good old innocent fun. Welcome back, everybody, to Troublemakers, the podcast where each week we bring on a guest and they tell crazy stories about their lives. I'm your host, Dylan Krasinski, coming to you from a beautiful day in Astoria, Queens. With me, as always, is my man with the plan, my number two, baby, the guy that always has my back, Mr. Ray Zawodni.
Hey, Dylan, thank you so much, my good friend. We got more people to thank than just you, pal.
Oh, we do.
We got to thank all of the people that have been checking out the podcast, whether you are one of our audio listeners or you're somebody watching full videos on YouTube, or even just those quick shorts and reels that Dylan edits so diligently every week. If you are out there and you're digging the podcast, you can do us a very small favor. It's not sending us a bunch of money, but if you want to do that, it's at Zawodni on Venmo. But if you don't have the funds, we don't care. We want to keep bringing you stuff for free, but we'd love some engagement. So leave us a rating and review on the podcast streaming platforms, or give us some shares, and most importantly,
give us a little comment on YouTube, baby.
Comment. Leave a comment. Say something nice. Say how cute the boys are. Say how...
Oh, wow, I like Dylan's eyes.
Say how hard we make you laugh. Say how, you were going to fucking end it all, but you turned on an episode of Troublemakers and you see the beauty in life and you've restored your faith in God thanks to us.
Ooh, yeah.
If I do go out there, I know I get a little harsh sometimes. If I go out there and see a negative comment, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to comment back and I'm going to say, hey, I just made this up.
Okay.
I'm going to say, hey, if you don't have anything nice to say, I'll fucking kill you. Anywho, we have a wonderful guest on the podcast today, the absolutely hilarious Bret Raybould. Same Bob Marley picture that everybody had, but I think at like head shops they would sell them like ones that when you shut the light out you could still see like him glowing, like his weed glow.
What did you have? What did you have in your freshman year dorm room?
You know what's funny? I had a giant American flag.
Dude, hell yeah, dude. Hey,
He is a sick puppy.
America, baby.
Wow.
Talk about something that at 32 with any girl in Brooklyn, New York would be not. We're not talking like a little. It's 6 feet.
Dude,
It was like taken from a Toby Keith backdrop at a concert.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I've thought about putting an American flag behind us. I think it would look sick.
It would look awesome.
It would look so cool.
While we're at it, why don't we just get one of those fucking Blue Lives Matter American flags?
Oh, dude,
too,
I'm sorry. You don't like America?
Maybe we'll put some.
Don't tread on me, dude. Don't tread.
Yeah, we'll get
on
that.
me.
Yeah, the fucking snake. We'll get that.
Yeah,
one
I have one of those mugs, and I always give it to Ray before the pod, and he never wants to use it because he hates America.
God, get him off. Get him off. Cut his mic, dude. I don't want.
Dude, I had a big Jets triangle flag, and yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I had the obvious the poster with all the different types of beer when you're like 19, and you can't buy beer, but you love that.
Oh, do you remember the ones with like the old timey dude, and it would be like alcohol making ugly guys pretty since 1983 or whatever it is.
Guinness or greatness? That one, Guinness is greatness.
The Guinness, the toucan, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the parrot or
I almost thought toucan was just Sam. I was like, he's his own type of bird.
Dude, that's his dad.
Yeah, you thought that was just his first name.
Yeah.
Toucan
Dude,
Samson.
The Guinness toucan is literally just like the cousin. He's like, dude, my fucking brother, he got Fruit Loops, and I'm just an alcoholic. The family hates me. What's going on?
Rival toucans.
Where did you go to college?
I went to the great, glorious old Golden Black that is Wake Forest.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
I felt comfortable knowing I could say it, and fellas like you would actually know it.
Yeah.
Dude,
You know what I mean? The sports
kidding me?
guys.
Yeah, it's a good sports school. Fuck
Yeah, or it was, and then my 4 years was like quite literally the only 4 years in like the modern era they didn't make the tournament. And then I
really?
think they made it the year after, and I was like, "What the hell, man?"
It was a popular jersey for a while, like the Wake Forest basketball.
Well, because I
They used to wear
mean,
a lot.
Chris Paul, Tim Duncan were the two most prominent.
That's crazy.
Me,
And yeah,
Dude. I mean,
3 basketball greats.
listen, you're
they,
a tall guy.
they wore your intramural ultimate frisbee shirt. Raybould right on the
Soccer.
back.
It was soccer. It was
soccer.
intramural soccer.
No,
Please.
well, I
Know
saw
the
you
details.
playing. You got some moves. Dude.
Oh my God! Now we're getting into it. Are we getting? This is into it.
We're
now
into it.
here we go, dude.
It was so fun playing football. By the way,
It really was. Brett came and played football with
it
us.
was awesome.
Dude,
like
I've never been
football.
invited.
You gotta go.
No,
You
I
were
have,
invited.
I've been invited a lot, and I've never gone.
Good lineup.
I would really like to go.
He's more of an exercise bike guy. You know, he ain't out there. He ain't out
Dude,
there.
I'm a bit
Yeah, I see that right there.
I'm a bit of a worker. No big
Yeah.
deal.
No, but we have fun doing that. We actually we're on the team where we play other teams as comedians, and we have won, I think, 1 game each season.
Yes.
And the first game that we won was based on a forfeit. Second game was a team. I wasn't here for this. It was a team of all girls. And the third team that we beat, they had some good athletes and players on there, but one of their members of their roster was 73 years old.
You're just throwing that guy every down.
Just ISO every down.
Dude, I was
I
like worried about him every play.
sure. Even though it's flag football, it's still you can kind of have a moment where you get a little bit go into the boards, or you try and do. We're obviously not great athletes, but you try and do a quick cut.
Yes.
And it's gonna. And so for a 73-year-old,
ACL goes, the Achilles.
He tumbled a couple of times, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And he bounced right back up. I was like, "Phew."
but that was the game. That's been your best victory so far. Not to disrespect the all girls team.
"It has." We kicked the shit out of that team.
Yeah, them on.
Yeah.
That is so funny because I've had to hear this dude from Ray every time.
Ray
He's like,
relives that victory.
he comes in and he goes, "Dude, we're so bad. We just get killed. We get crushed
love
by
it.
these teams." And then he was like, "Dude, we beat the shit out of these chicks."
Well, no, I didn't play. I didn't play in the girls' game.
Wow, you didn't even get that victory.
I wasn't there, but I do know that there was
That
some,
W.
some of the teams did have ladies on them, like they'd have 1 or 2.
Sure.
And I remember there was a team that played the team with a girl on it, and they a brawl happened because the girl was like, "Oh, he grabbed my boob when he came to tackle me," and then he was like, "No, I didn't," and then she was like, "Yeah, he did," and then he was like, "Bitch, do you think I'd grab yours?"
Oh
and
my God.
And it's whatever, and then somebody runs over, and I guess there was a little tussle, and they broke up, and
This
they got
is awesome.
yeah, they got suspended for a game, and then the one
boob
team
touching.
and that's the team we beat, the team that had the girl, because they stopped showing up in protest, so they forfeited.
Oh my god!
Wow. Oh my God.
Eating them W's, boy.
Dude, wow. So brave by that team.
Yeah.
Wow. They were, that's so self-righteous to be like, we will withhold our participation. This
God.
authority figure is evil and nefarious.
The New York intramural league, dude.
Man.
Oh my!
That's actually an awesome story, though.
Holy
There's
shit.
got to be a sports movie on them.
Well, there should be a whole.
Coach Carter, but
I want them to make a whole 30 for 30 about the comedians team, just about how when we get our first win with all men that are under the age of 40.
instead of you're playing against these dudes who are didn't make it to the NFL, but all of them had tryouts. They didn't get drafted, but they all got an opportunity. As free agents, undrafted free agents.
I would love it. I like this idea for a 30 for 30.
Yeah.
I would watch it, dude.
Yeah, because it has one of your really good friends in it.
Brett, I mean, you're in a segment.
Yeah.
All right, now I am one because that's my narcissism. All right, I'm watching. I'm in it.
I went and played with those guys one time, man.
Yes.
I see why they lost a lot.
Oh, dude, that's a funny sketch.
Yeah.
Fuck ESPN. We should do it as a sketch.
Well, that's how
It is.
Matt Wayne was bringing people up to stage as that being their credit. This next guy's on my flag football team. It's like, fuck.
Dude, that's so funny.
I love that. It's so fun to play. I hadn't played pickup football ever. I mean, like as a kid, like cul-de-sac stuff, but that was the first time I'd played with an organized group of men. And football is a fascinating sport to play pickup.
Yeah.
Because it's just like,
the adrenaline comes quick. The aggressiveness comes out. The testosterone's rolling, and people want to go. You know, people want to fucking hit someone, and you're like, dude, it's flag. What are we doing?
Are there people trying to be aggressive in the league?
There's one on our team.
Who? That's
Pierce.
all. Wait, did I play with Pierce?
Pierce, yeah, you play with Pierce.
Okay.
I heard about this, dude.
Pierce, love
What's
Pierce.
he doing?
He's one of the sweetest guys I've ever met.
Nicest guy.
And like he's like such a good hang, such a good guy. And for some reason he gets onto the gridiron, aka
The gridiron.
that tiny little turf field in a basement of a Brooklyn gym.
Yeah.
And dude, he tackles like 3 people in one game, like where it's just like I'm finally like I'm like, hey Piers, man, you gotta stop tackling, buddy. He's like, I'm fucking not. And I'm like, all right, go for it, brother.
That's great. I would never even expect that coming
out
out
of all
him.
people.
I
he
love
got some
it.
fire in him.
He's just he's hyped up. He's doing like head bangs together.
That's who you want. That's who you want.
You just never know.
Yeah.
who's going to be the crazy
The
guy.
aggression comes out.
It's I mean, I have an aggressive side when I play pickup sports. Maybe it doesn't come out as much on football because it's not. I'm wearing a sock. I love soccer and grew up playing and everything. So maybe it does. I actually, true story, I had to suspend myself for 2 weeks from the pickup league I participate in because I had in the last 2 matches gotten in not fights but pushes, and in the moment, one of them wasn't my fault. One of them was. The pathetic thing is I was embarrassed because I'm like, what am I doing? This is pickup. So I texted the organizer, Patrick, I am suspending myself for 2 weeks.
What a hero, dude. You could have just been like, I'm out for 2 weeks, injury, I can't do it. You're like, I want it on the league's radar. I've been a naughty boy, and I'm going to punish myself.
You wanted them to know you were embarrassed. I think
I kind of wanted Patrick to know. Patrick's the commish.
Oh.
I wanted Patrick to know I'm embarrassed.
First name base with the commish.
With the commish. Every sports related group that men are a part of, fantasy, pickup, like a kind of formal men's league, there's always a commish.
Oh, you don't.
There's always a commish.
You might not know this, but I run a fantasy football league where I'm actually.
You're the commish.
He's the commish.
Oh, are you in it?
I'm in it. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Does he let the power kind of? What kind of a commish is he?
Ray is the type of commish who goes, don't pay me the money now that you need for the league. Pay me after the win comes because otherwise I'll spend it all. That is the type of commish that Ray is.
A commish who knows who he is and knows his strengths. A commish that knows his strengths and weaknesses.
It's what, $50 to play. He goes, I don't want 10 guys sending me $500 right now
$500.
because it'll be gone in 5 months when the season's over.
Well, it is. Where am I going to keep my separate?
And then Ray has to come up with $500.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
He's working extra shifts.
He's like, I really need to win this league.
Yeah.
Because I do not have the prize money.
That's all.
I turn into one of those guys that like tweets directly at a football player and tells them they suck because I'm gonna have to shell out $500
You're like,
that I wasn't.
Justin Jefferson, you piece of shit.
That really is a low bar for someone's intelligence. If you are Instagram commenting negative things pretty much on anyone, but especially there's something especially moronic about doing it to like a football player who had a bad game.
Oh, it's bad. Dude, have you ever seen this? Have you ever seen like one of your friends or like someone that you're friends with on Instagram or Facebook wishing celebrities happy birthdays on their accounts? I mean, you see that and you're just like,
oh, yeah.
we can't be friends anymore, dude.
Dude, I mean, I've seen buddies like have trouble like walking up the steps and then they sit down and watch UFC and they're like, oh, dude, his cardio stinks, man. He isn't making it past the third round. I'm like, your cardio stinks. You didn't make it past the third step.
Dude, I will admit something on this podcast here.
Oh, wow.
I'm a little embarrassed
Here we
about
go.
it, but
This
not
is-
totally. Not totally.
That you
So-
wish John Voight a happy birthday.
No. So in the middle of the football season last year, the Jets had this guy, Joe Tippmann, who is the rookie center on the
Okay.
team. And he
God,
really...
you're a real football fan when you know the center, the rookie set. Like that's
Came
not
out of-
the Karen. That's not Aaron Rodgers or
No,
Zach
no.
Wilson or Sauce. That's
No.
all right.
Joe
all right.
Tippmann came out of, I believe it was Wisconsin, and he was just like, you know, halfway through the season, he's lighting it up. He's like the best O lineman on our current O line. They had a terrible O line, but he was a standout. And I followed him on Instagram, and he's got like, you know, 6,000 or 7,000 followers. Like I think I have more followers than he did.
Yeah.
And I sent him a message, and I was like, "Hey, brother, keep up the good work. Like, love to have you on the Jets." Yeah, and dude, he didn't even see it, didn't reply, and I was just like, "God damn it, dude!" I'm like, "Fucking Joe, dude, come on."
Hey, you know what? He still saw it.
Yeah.
He still no. That level of fame is not. Would have seen any of his Instagram
DMs, right?
requests. You go to the requests. He's not getting hundreds. He probably gets dozens.
Doesn't.
Dozens of nerds from Long Island.
Football
like, keep
nerds.
up the good work, bro.
You're a good young man, Joe. You're a good young. Take care of your diet. Eat healthy.
I used to run a bit where every time I got blacked out drunk, I would DM Rob Thomas from Matchbox 20. And it was because one time me and my cousin were like drinking around Christmas time. And we're like, damn, wasn't Rob Thomas fucking awesome? What's he up to? So I fucking pull up his Instagram and I message him. I'm like, Rob, what's up, man? It's Ray. I'm with my cousin. What have you been up to? So then I just kept getting every time there is
What
like
are you up to?
15 unread DMs that like stem from like, what are you up to like, hey, bro, I'm sure you're busy, but if you ever want to perform a private concert for me and my cousin Lauren at her apartment in Harlem, we'll pay for your Uber. Like, just like all these like stupid things, and he never responded. And then she had her friend fucked up when she was somewhere else.
Yeah.
DM him, he responded.
Yeah, because it's
Woman.
a chick, dude.
Yeah.
No, it was a dude.
Oh, a dude?
It was a dude. He DM'd her.
How hot was he?
Pretty hot. He wasn't bad looking.
He
mean-
DM'd Rob Thomas, and he goes, hey, I'm at a karaoke night thinking of which Matchbox 20 song to play. Should I play blank, 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 the masterpiece that is blank, 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 or this? Gave him 3 options. Like 4 days later, Rob Thomas was like, I don't know, man. Up to you. What about
weird?
And it was like, what about Push? And then that was it.
Oh, dude.
What a boring response.
Like, if you're gonna take the time to respond,
exactly.
Yes.
be like, "I love this dude. I
That's
hope you went with
something you
Get,
A,
on,
B, or
get
C."
in on the bit.
Yeah.
But he also responded to him 4 days later. It's like, get the fucking the moment's over. Rob.
Yeah, exactly. Which it would be sad if he responded immediately.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, are you still there? Sing Push."
Are
We're
you
really
still
trying
there?
to get those numbers up.
That's hilarious. I don't know, man. Up to you. Just as you said that, I was like, Rob Thomas has a sucky person based off one DM to a fan. I'm like, what a lame
What
personality.
a lame guy.
It's now like a fourth-hand story to you, and you're like, never going to respect Rob Thomas.
You know what? So much so, I'm actually going to message him some mean shit on
Dude,
Instagram.
after this, I'm gonna message him that I'm also at karaoke. Like, Rob, I'm at karaoke. What should I sing?
What's the meanest thing anybody's ever said about you on like
Oh my
Instagram
God.
or YouTube?
Wait, can I tell one mini story that
Yeah,
came up?
please.
As
Absolutely.
You were talking about like DMing or famous people
Yeah.
that you have
Yeah.
messages with. I've like told no one this.
Oh yeah,
This is an
baby.
exclusive. You heard it here first.
this is
exclusive?
this is exclusive. This is
I love it.
Sound the alarms because Mark Cuban and I have an ongoing email thread.
Wow, dude.
Good lead.
That's
Good lead.
pretty good.
All right, ongoing is
is 2.
exactly 2 and it's over. But
It's ongoing.
But it's ongoing, and we're just now. I get to say Mark and we're just like email friends, and it's always nice to hear.
What was the email that
you call him Mark?
yeah, Marky Sunshine, something like that. Yeah, nicknames.
What obviously he emailed you first.
Yeah, he just reached out asking if I wanted to go to the Mavs game.
Dude, I got some extra tickets.
Dude, Brett,
He
it's the
wanted to
last
hang
shot.
out. He saw a reel.
I'm about to
saw a
sell
reel.
it.
He saw me destroy this fucking heckler, and he said, "This is a guy I want seeing my team."
Oh yeah.
What did you email him about?
So I emailed him. His email is publicly available.
Okay.
And I did email him, asking him if he wanted to. It was a sincere email.
Yeah.
It was if he wanted to invest in a play I co-wrote and co-starring. And I asked him if he wanted to invest in it. And I included like a link to the trailer and like a review. And he did email back, looks awesome. I'm not in that business though. And then he said, sorry.
That's very nice,
M.
though.
I know. He did say looks awesome. And I think I'm like, pull quote.
Dude,
Looks awesome.
Did you do it?
Huh?
Did you use it in any of the promotions?
You
No,
absolutely
this is
should.
of 3. This is like last week.
Oh
Okay.
my
In
God.
future promotion, in the next iteration of the play. Yes. Looks
awesome. Mark
Cuban. It's
Of Shark
it's
Tank
real.
fame.
Shark Tank. I did email him back. I appreciated, so I emailed him back because he wrote, sorry, M. And I emailed back, don't be sorry, do better. I said, yeah, that would have been. The inability that I did say, I'm completely joking. You know, thanks for taking the time to respond.
Yeah.
If you ever need money, you know where to find me.
Dude, that is so funny. Holy shit.
Yeah, me and Mark. So, you kind of get one ask.
Yeah.
You shot the shot.
Yeah.
His email is publicly available. Like it's on. That's like one of the. He intentionally. It's just like literally mcuban@gmail.com.
Pretty down to earth fella though. He's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He has modest roots.
Yes.
I did see something where like he only uses email or something like that. I don't know, but I've seen him tweeting at Elon Musk like constantly. So maybe that's wrong. But
just the only thing he uses. is email.
Apparently like
not even like a toothbrush.
Yeah, just email. Just email. He wakes up. He's like, "Honey, my breath smell like shit. Gotta send an email."
I got emails to send.
How's it smell now? Still bad? Okay. Well, there we are.
Dude. I didn't realize you and
That's
him.
impressive.
Yeah, so it's hey, you guys. How does it feel knowing you're 1 degree from Mark Cuban?
I mean, it's pretty cool.
and you actually can just email him, Google Mark Cuban email, and it will come up.
I'm gonna shoot him an email and ask him if he wants to call into the pod.
I'm gonna shoot him an email and be like, "Hey, dude, like,
Tell him Brett sent you.
well, I'm
just gonna include a link to your play.
I'm gonna
to my
reignite.
email.
I'm gonna reignite the beef. I'm gonna
Yeah.
hit him up and be like, "Hey, dude, not cool what you did to my boy Brett. I know you got some money lying around that you could have helped him out with it."
It is an amount of money that would be so insignificant for him.
Oh my God!
It's like it doesn't matter if you don't know. I mean, I'm not. This isn't me putting Mark Cuban on blast for not giving money.
Oh, clip it.
Dude, he's a coward. He's a He's a coward.
Dude, I will say, not even knowing it, but I can imagine the amount of money that you would have asked for.
Yeah.
He probably made in the time it took him to respond to the email. Like he probably
that's actually like
made
not
that
far
money.
off. Probably.
You're right. This email actually cost you an amount you might as well have Venmo'd.
He probably makes 10 grand a minute.
It would have been cheaper for him to
Maybe.
Venmo you than to sit down and email you back.
Yeah, it's true. You know what? He is a coward. I'm actually going with this.
Dude.
He doesn't understand how to value his time. You're responding to me? What a loser.
I remember that was a thing. It was if Bill Gates drops $100 bill, it's not worth his time to turn around and pick it back up.
That's one of those like freakonomics type things.
Yeah. So him sitting down to write you an email.
But here's where you're wrong. Having the Bret Raybould in the email is worth a pretty penny.
I mean, listen.
That you want to talk gatekeeper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're talking serious mover and shaker.
Well, you know what I
You guys
heard.
been trying to get me in the pod for years.
That is true.
Finally responded. Huh.
Finally, my publicist got back to you. Sorry it took her so long.
No, it's fine, dude. I just appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, my Wranglers are out. What would you do? It would be fun. If I was wealthy enough, it would be fun to just do a friend's podcast and have like a crew of 3 just in your apartment and just like 3 Wranglers.
I just
like
walk
a
out,
publicist on her phone constantly.
After the pod, I walk out. Someone's just in my bed. I'm like, I mean, sure, dude.
A bodyguard. Dude, some 6'10" guy.
He's napping, dude, under the covers.
I
Dude.
love the idea of you bringing an entourage.
Yeah, I really wish I had the money to make that happen.
Oh, that would be so fun, dude.
That would be fun.
What do you think's like the most, if you were like as rich as Mark Cuban, would be the most
Yeah.
like irresponsible thing you would have and pay for?
Here's something I've actually thought about being a billionaire. Like we all have.
I think about it
It's
a
the
lot.
American way. The reason we don't tax billionaires is we all have a little part of us. It's like
We want-
I'm on my way.
I will be
Yeah.
there. I'll
Yeah,
be there.
you know what I mean?
I don't
It's
want to
Just in case.
I don't want to screw future me over by having a
Amen.
somewhat high tax rate.
Amen.
'Cause as a future billionaire, I think owning a team is, of course, so fun.
Yeah.
Here's
Awesome.
where I differ. I am starting every game that season. I'm starting every game. My sport is soccer. I would legitimately want to see, could I score a goal?
dude.
I think I could.
If you bought like the Red Bull, or what's like the worst?
An MLS in Premier League team, so best league in the world.
Yeah.
I think I could score a goal. I know because I'm also taking penalty kicks. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be 5.
Yeah.
I can get
Yeah.
1 of 5, and then there might be one moment during the season that just right place, right time. I'm playing every minute.
Yeah.
Dude.
I just how arrogant?
Yeah,
It's not arrogant at all, dude. Because do you know why? You just fucking sold me. If I'm a billionaire, I'm buying the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You're playing.
And I'm gonna get every goal line touch. Anytime we get
Every
down to
first
the
and
one,
inches.
they call a timeout so I can make my way down from the
Yes.
box. And then I'm wearing a full uni every time, just
me.
watching the game. And then they fucking some games they might not get on the one, but when they do,
You're getting all 3 snaps.
Oh, get every
unless
carry.
it's
Yeah.
so many far back that you're like, all right, get a touchdown.
within the 5, I'm in.
You really want to go
running
within
back.
the 5?
Nah,
Ray.
it's too
Instead
much
of
work.
Jerome Bettis, the bus, Ray the hybrid Zawodni.
Yeah, that's what I mean because I can.
Ray Prius Zawodni.
But you're only saying that because I
The
could catch
Prius.
out of the backfield too.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Real, I saw his flag football skills.
It's
Ray's
not bad.
got a shimmy or 2 in him.
I got a shimmy or two. Shimmy.
He's got
and
a
shake.
shimmy or 2. Play quarterback too.
Also, they
He's
wouldn't
got
expect
high
you.
football IQ.
They would underestimate you. You know.
They would. Well,
No, they
that-
wouldn't. No, because I would talk shit every week. I'd hold a press conference.
Yeah.
Brett, this is the fucking best idea I've heard
Oh
in months.
my God.
To play, and then maybe once have your buddies on the team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It might be fun. It actually would be a fun sports movie for a billionaire to make his goal to get a goal or a touchdown.
You know what I could see you doing, Brett? Like you're out
Go.
drinking one night. You're a billionaire, right?
Yeah.
And you play, and somebody's like, "Oh, I used to kick the ball around. What are you doing Saturday at 1? Why don't you come start for the Red Bulls?
We're gonna fly you to Europe. You're gonna play for Manchester United. I hope you're ready.
Suit up. You're on the team.
You
get a contract.
Your team gets relegated, but you scored a goal. So you're great.
That is what would happen. Make no mistake. If you had to start an average Joe, it would be so obvious the disparity.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not the point. The point isn't the team being good or competing to win the tournament. The point is, I got to get a goal.
Yeah.
Well, it's that,
And I think
and it's also great TV.
It would be.
Tell
great
me,
TV.
people wouldn't tune in to watch the regular guy.
dude.
To see my fat ass taking it from the 1, dude.
Dude.
We would all be going because you would truly represent
Oh, yeah.
being a billionaire and saying I represent the common man is a particular level of delusion, but you do athletically. You represent the common man.
I would love to watch Steve Cohen play third base. Are you kidding me? They just trot him out in a Mets uniform, and he's like, I'm ready, boys. He plays 1 inning, and he's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Dude, Bill
Mark-
Gates out of the slot.
I hope you would get crushed.
Oh,
dude.
Mark Zuckerberg. He likes Ultimate Fighting. I would love to watch him fight one of those.
Well, dude,
true
we're
fighters.
joking around about this, but that's the reality with like F1 racing. It's like all those
You have to be
dudes,
crazy rich, right?
all those dudes are like, a lot of them, it's either like you're really good at it, you're really good at the sport, you make your way up, or you have like a billionaire as a father and he's like, I want to be a racer, and they just pay to like get you in
All the
to
training.
the sport.
It's a sport with the most amount of
Nepotism.
To use nepotism and to use like an economics moat, right?
What is it?
Moat.
Oh,
Like
that's
the
way
largest
too smart
moat.
of a word
Oh,
for
wow.
this podcast.
It's got the largest moat. Thank you. Glad to be here.
I thought it was just short for like the remote.
I thought it was like, oh yeah,
You
like
know what I mean?
around
Like
a castle.
moat.
Yeah,
It's like a term for like
Keeping poor people away.
this is good.
frick. I don't know.
You said that, and me and Ray didn't know what that meant, and then we asked you to define it,
And
you
I lost
also
confidence.
don't know what it means.
Well, I was willing to
Like-
let it ride and not ask you what it meant. I was like, yeah, it's a moat for sure.
I have no idea what it is.
Like most amount of friction between being able to do it. What's the easiest sport that anyone can do would be soccer. You literally just need a ball.
That's
and
true.
you can improve. You don't even need others. You can just play with the ball alone. Anywhere in the world can play with the ball. F-150, I mean, there's no kid in Brazil who lives in a favela who's like,
gonna be a
I'm going to
racer."
be a F-150 racer.
And there probably are some prodigies out there.
That's the thing is like you kind of they're probably that I always wonder that like how much is it, do you ever wonder if a ton of resources were put into your athletic ability?
If I could be something,
What's your max? Yeah.
yeah? I think that if I
Like
I
are you
think
the
about
goat?
this a lot.
Are you the football goat?
I think about this a lot. It's like if people just cared about me, I could have been Tom Brady.
Oh, dude, if my dad came to one sporting event, I'd be at least like a journeyman quarterback.
I do.
I would be like
Yo,
a,
Ray had the glove.
Yeah.
I
He's
got the
knew
height,
he was
dude.
serious. He's
He's-
got the height.
I would be like
that's
one of
the
the I would
Ben
be like one of the
Roethlisberger.
like the like Josh McCown. I'd be like Josh McCown. Yeah. If my dad came to like 2 more little league games.
great career.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, I'm not saying I'd be the GOAT. Now, if we put some money behind it,
Yeah.
started training me
Look
earlier,
out.
got me a personal trainer, maybe Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think about this. You know, if I played football, I played O-line just because I was fat. But if I was like the height for like, you know, linebacker,
Right.
D line, you know, you put some money, but I could be a 5'8", 5'9" D lineman, 5'9" linebacker.
this podcast is turning into like the
Just us.
We should all be wearing our high school Letterman jackets.
I just pull out my high school championship rings. I'm like, yeah, baby.
We went from making fun of posters that people have in their college dorms to us just
To be
all
like-
living in the past.
Like, you know, like I had my body type is tall. I could have been something.
I got the frame.
We won. We won. My football team won 2 Catholic high school championships on Long Island. Thank you.
Hold on.
Shout out St. Anthony's. Yep. We
Yeah.
won them both times I was there.
Yeah.
I never played. I rode the bench both seasons.
They needed someone there. Though.
But I remember at the time, I was a scout team player of the week. No big deal. And
Who's the rival? Fuck St. Joe.
Chaminade.
Fuck Shaman.
Oh, we
dude.
had a shaman rival.
Yeah. But the 2 rings, I remember getting them, and I was like, 17 years old. I'm like, I'm going to wear this when I'm 30. And now I'm like, Jesus Christ. I don't think I ever wore them one time. Dude,
I'm glad.
Oh
happy for
man. Even 1 week after 17, you're like,
This
isn't
too much.
This isn't.
I was like, I can't wait to wear this at my 10-year high school reunion. And my mom goes, God, I hope not. I hope that you've done more than...
It actually doesn't matter what role you. It's so sad. Even if you were the best player on the team and then had an NFL career, like
Yeah.
you got. Why would you wear that? As
Yeah.
your
you
high
were in
school
a-
ring.
I love the idea of wearing high school rings, so that you're on a date and this is state championship ring.
What's that? Is that a family heirloom? Nah, it's a state championship.
Yeah, we won.
Or more embarrassing that she doesn't ask you and you keep doing things like this.
Hey, check.
You got some, your hair's in your face. Oops, sorry, I hit you with
Big
my
fan
ring.
of John Cena. You know, John Cena.
Sorry, I accidentally hit you with my state championship ring.
She never asked about it.
2006.
I knew it when high school sports, when they were like, do you want a Letterman check or do you want the ring? I was like, no. I can say I fortunately had the foresight to go like, no chance. Because like,
Yeah.
like, I think Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite maybe helped me. I probably, if I didn't see that movie, I probably would have been like,
Dude, we were just talking
I
about
saw it
this.
after I graduated, and if I would have seen it in time, I'd be like, fuck. Uncle Rico rips.
That's
I need
so
to get me
cool,
that
dude.
jacket.
That fucking rocks. We were just talking about it, but it's that scene from Friday Night Lights when they're sitting at the diner in the movie, and he's like, get you one of these. Get you, and the guy's like 35 with the state championship ring, and they're just like, we will. And it's like, dude, you've done nothing since.
That's tough.
Nothing.
Man.
You're just eating burgers at, the local Wendy's on a Friday night.
oh man, to be
Date
a high school legend. I'm tempted to bring like my high school soccer jersey and put it in a frame, and when like waiters or waitresses at a sports bar are looking, hang it up.
Yes.
And just see how long, and I mean probably pretty immediately, like, who is Raybould?
Dude, you got a good
Rockhurst High School.
You got a good sports name, too.
You think so?
Raybould is a good
That's not bad.
name on a jersey.
It's not
For
bad.
soccer especially.
You know what I've always thought?
Thank you.
It's a good, like hard-boiled detective name.
Raybould.
Bret Raybould.
That's
Oh my
pretty
God,
good.
I'm okay with this, Bret Raybould.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know. There's
Raybould, my office now.
You kind of have the look, dude.
Yeah.
Ray, you kind of have
like the angry sergeant.
yeah.
Ray's gonna write a pilot and name the main character Bret Raybould and be like, sorry, Bret, no parts for you. This is my part.
Raybould, we need your badge and your gun.
I'm like, can I just be a clerk who gives over the bagel? I don't know if you need the main character. I'm like,
You just don't fit the universe.
I'm like, it doesn't even have to be speaking part. I'm like, I'll work. I'll volunteer. I'm doing it for free.
No, I'm sorry we don't have a role for you, but I do want to thank you for connecting me with Mark Cuban. Because he did help me finance this.
Turns out he's now in the business.
The jealousy I would feel if Mark wants to work with fucking Ray.
Mark Cuban's producing Raybould, a Ray Zawodni joint.
By the way, that's a sergeant name. Ray Zawodni?
That's what I'm saying.
Sergeant Zawodni.
And
That's pretty good.
That's my character.
Chief
I have
Zawodni.
a cigar, and I constantly yell at Raybould while he's out there, making arrests and hitting the streets, and he's kicking ass, but he does it by his own terms, and it's old school.
Who would play Raybould?
I'll give Brett an audition for sure.
Yeah, and the max is you know what? I'll earn my keep.
I'll give you your audition.
I'll make you cry in that audition.
You do the audition, then I come in second. I'm like, all right, here, I'm ready to go. Sorry, it's just in my blood.
And then they go,
you got the part.
You got the part. I'm like, these fuckers.
You're not even out the room yet.
That's so fun. Do you have a random dream part? You could, if you're like, I could dream part any movie, put me in that movie.
Ooh, that's a great question.
You know what I mean? Like, what would be a fun? I don't think it would just be like make me. I wouldn't want to be like Hitch, where it's just like make me the cool, charming.
Yeah, no.
Dylan would want to
Schmoozer.
play Leo DiCaprio's part in Django. That's his dream role.
Oh man,
It's
So
actually,
much to the point when I walk in to do the podcast, sometimes he's practicing the lines.
I'm working on the script, dude. I don't know when they're gonna want to do a remake.
Oh man,
You know what would be fun? Sam Jackson, Snakes on a Plane. That would be a fun.
that's
one.
a fun one. That is a fun one.
Serious
Get
answer?
to say the N word.
Exactly.
I don't know if he does.
Serious answer. Ron Swanson in Parks and Rec. Doing like that type of character on like a show like that, I think that would be fun. What about you? Do you have a dream role?
A dream role. I mean, I think a dream role would be. I don't think you want to just go. I mean, Invincible. Just be like, I'm the football player who.
Vince Papali.
God, this is really becoming the high school. The high school never once worse. I like it. Put me in Invincible as
The never wers.
The never wers. It's not a has been. It's a never were. Never was.
That's a great name for a pilot too. Jeez.
The never wers.
The never wers.
Oh my God, I like that.
You know, it would be fun to be like the Edward Norton part in Rounders. I think that's the one I'd
cool
want.
gambler.
But I don't think I could play it. I don't think I'd be good at it. I'd
Like
be
the
better.
villain.
I'd be better at the Matt Damon part.
Yeah.
kind of getting taken advantage of a little bit.
It would be fun to do a part even though you know you couldn't deliver.
Yeah.
But we're billionaires in all of our hypotheticals.
Yeah,
where
sure.
You're just like, I'm
Doing it.
to just be like Hannibal Lecter. You're like, hello, Clarice.
You're like,
You can't do
More
the
sassy than
you're
sinister.
like, guys, we're making this for Netflix. We got to change some roles up.
and you can't do the sound right. You're like,
And
Hello, Clarice.
your character's wearing a mesh tank top.
Sean Astin from 50 First Dates. Yeah. Like, put on a shirt with sleeves. Call back to me.
Everyone involved is like, I'm getting $3 million for this delusion. That's crazy to out of pocket.
Yeah.
Why, if you're Jeff Bezos, you can out of pocket pay for a Marvel movie and not even come a fraction of a fraction close to feeling it. Why not just make a Marvel movie where you're
Iron
the
Man.
cool
He's
guy?
like, I want to play Iron Man.
And you're like, and then you can actually buy the IP. You don't even have to like make it,
Dude.
Steel guy.
That is hilarious. He could buy
They're
Disney.
so boring. Billionaires are so. Here's a billionaire thing I would do. I would buy every billboard in America and just put my childhood dog on it. You know what I mean? Just everyone now. There's no ad. There's no website. There's no
dude.
social media handle. It's just everyone in America has to look at my dog Muggsy. I love Muggsy. He was such a good dog.
I would call everybody's bluff. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
You know how everybody has
I would do this for
the classic cliche. Like
suck
I would.
dick. I mean, you're calling the suck dick bluff.
Dude, I could go to any bar and just sit there and listen, and at some point, a group of dudes are having the convo.
I'll say this: you're right. That convo is happening all across America forever and ever.
Yeah.
I will say this: I think there is, for me personally, there is like probably a number we've all talked about for you, but I think there would be a Ray Zawodni surcharge. I think because I know you, and it would just be
Well, not mine. I'm not gonna fire mine out in this.
He goes,
Brett, I'm not just cruising for free, for like
free blow. No, they're not free.
I'm not just cruising for blowjobs from buddies when I become a billionaire. No,
that is crazy.
I don't even.
Hey, speak your own truth.
Brett's like, yeah, that's a weird billionaire.
I was like,
Brett's like, it's gonna be an extra 10% to suck your dick, buddy. I'm like, no.
Dude, in your mind, do you think Ray, the billionaire, is touring the country at dive bars being like, you said 10 grand, let's go in the back, you can suck my dick.
I love how you interpreted that.
I did interpret it like, wow, Ray. We're talking about like owner of a sports team or just goofy shit. He's
No,
like,
I'm gonna give you one you're gonna struggle with.
so who are you? Are you gonna pay one of us to get our dick sucked too? And just put us, because there's a number I would also take. How much would you get paid to get your dick sucked by a man?
That's less.
It's definitely less.
Considerably less.
You just gotta like, you have like a gay assistant that tours with you.
Yeah, that's
and
my guy.
He's just like,
That's my guy.
I'm available.
I'm like, I like hear like two dudes like behind me, and they're like, bro, you'd really do it for that much? That's crazy. And I like lean back in my chair. I'm like, oh, would you? I'm like, what? Oh my god, that's the billionaire who
He's in a
that's
velvet
the
smoke
billionaire
jacket.
running back
Yeah.
for the Steelers. And then, that's the billionaire running back for the Steelers. And then I go, hey Tito, we're gonna need you in here.
You pull out, he walks in with a duffel bag wearing all velour. He's like, Ray, you called.
I love this. I like that. That's touring the country.
That's
that's
fun.
good.
That's
That's
touring.
fun.
That's fun.
That's good, clean, down home fun. You're not spending any time with your family. You're not seeing the world. You're just in like Lansing, Michigan.
Just calling bets.
Why is he in Junction City, Missouri right now? The most random towns.
Dude, you would build a following. People would be like, holy shit, Ray Zawodni's in town.
No, but but I'm not gonna like put it on social media.
No, but they would find you.
It might be on my own platform.
It
I'll probably
would.
develop
The
a
story
platform.
would be. It'd be a Reddit story like Ray Zawodni made me suck a man off. But I
gave me
paid student
50
loans.
grand.
Yeah, I paid student loans.
Fuck, I should have said $1 million. Damn it.
All the other owners would be pretty pissed at my behavior, though.
Yeah.
It would make the Shield look bad. The NFL.
Yeah, Ray. He's the goal line running back during the season. During the off season, he's just going to all these dive bars.
I love the idea of when Bret becomes a billionaire, he's going to make the Avengers and just him be the Hulk, but with no CGI. He just paints himself green.
That's a hilarious.
That's a fun one.
I love the idea of a Hulk movie. You play Bruce Banner, and he just never becomes the Hulk.
That's actually a good movie idea.
I would watch that.
That
dude.
is a really good movie
They
idea.
just
That's such a more interesting
he almost becomes the Hulk so many times, and then right at the end, he's about to do it. Cut to black. that's the movie.
You never get something sad. There's something funny about doing something that's so opposite to genre.
Yeah.
Like, is there a version of King Kong where he's just like depressed and has anxiety and just needs to be comforted by someone? He's not destroying buildings and there's CGI. He's just or he's just working. He's working at the zoo. Yeah, he's working. He has a job.
Like clocking in.
Like, this sucks. I love just Spider-Man, but you just watch him go to high school for 2 hours. And he's never even become Spider-Man.
Just the classes, just literally high school freshman classes.
Just Spider-Man, the week where nothing bad happened.
Dude, and again, the end, like the last scene, he gets bit by a spider, and then fade to black.
And to be continued.
To be continued.
That's so funny, man.
I would watch that for sure. What did you? Oh yeah, what's the meanest thing that someone said to you on the internet?
On the internet
or in person? I mean, it could be either.
On the internet, oh my god, there's been. You know what was one that it was so annoying was Reddit people are so they're so everyone on Reddit thinks they're smarter than everyone else.
Yeah,
that's the thing. And I remember. This is just an annoying thing. This isn't the most. I've had, every version of not funny to kill you, uninteresting.
Sure.
You know what I'll say as my answer is I have a guy who I have a radio show with a famous porn star named Lisa Ann. And I have a guy in my DMs who just DMs me once every 4 or 5 days to just say fuck you, kill you. You better not lay a finger on her. Just really aggressive threats.
Oh my God.
I will kill you. So yeah, I would say that guy's pretty aggressive.
Jesus.
I haven't. I've pulled a Jet Center and I haven't responded. I've left him on unseen. I haven't even given him the satisfaction of seeing.
You gave him the old Tipman.
I gave him the Tipman.
Damn it, dude.
Pretty high Hollywooded him. That's a funny one,
Such a
though.
Hollywood move.
Yeah. That's that association with her because she's such a famous person and has a lot of people. She's feverish masturbators all across the globe. But there's funny DMs I get too.
Feverish masturbator.
That's her trademark. She calls them that. And some people ask me over Instagram to introduce them to her.
Hilarious.
And it's not even within the realm of reality. Like a friend being like, could I do your show? Which is not an absurd thing to say. But we're talking like a guy who doesn't have a profile photo or any pictures of his interests or life DMing me, Lisa's so sexy. Can you introduce me? You're like, Darwish, I got to know something about you. Truly, it's a lot of dudes.
I haven't seen you since high school. What do you even do?
Yeah, there's
what are you talking about?
Here's my address. Have her meet me here.
Yeah, it's in Calcutta. You're like, I'm not telling Lisa, hey, I got a gig for you. Let me use the limited social capital I have with you to have you. So I do have an idea for a show. I think it would be fun to take 12 of these men who've DM'd me asking for some sort of intro or about how pretty she is, and have them compete in a randomized decathlon of events to prove themselves worthy of having her hand on a date. We would call it the Renaissance Man. And it's just about you got to prove you're a Renaissance man to have the queen for one date. And this idea, she wouldn't be like in the show in terms of, it's not like Rock of Love or I wanted to have that feel. It's not like I Love New York where she's like there. They just have like, there's a photo of her on the fireplace mantle.
Hilarious,
and like,
dude.
or maybe she would have a video message like to announce a challenge, like, "Hey guys, get your swim trunks on because we're gonna go surf or something."
Oh my
And the
God.
challenges would be just
Random.
Chess,
I was literally chess was going to be the
Athletics.
first thing I said.
math competition, a manners class. So that's and it would be men from all over. A divorced dude in Florida has asked me. A guy, of course, some folks from like India or Pakistan or something have asked me.
Do you already have all of your events?
No, I haven't thought
What
of.
what about karaoke?
Karaoke's a fantastic
I want to get them
idea.
singing some karaoke.
That's a fantastic idea.
Brett, we could probably make a trade here for a role in my movie Raybould if I could be one of the judges.
Dude, I mean, unreal.
Our judges are obviously.
I thought
you're
for a
gonna
moment
host.
you were like, I'm throwing my hat in the ring. I really did. I was like, Ray's like, I want to be a contestant.
Dude, Brett's like, Ray,
And I said
appreciate
karaoke
that.
because I could sing a little bit. That's why I was like, add karaoke, I guess. Stop spreading the news. I'm leaving
Brett's
today.
like, actually, for the host and judges, I was thinking John Cena, but like, sure, if you want to audition, Ray, I mean, that would be great, too.
And I have Dylan. I've actually always wanted to ask you, would you want to be a judge on this show?
I'm in. Thank you so much.
You
dude.
do have to suck Ray's dick. The limited showbiz power that
And you're not getting any surcharge rate.
no.
He said there would have to be some kind of Ray Zawodni surcharge.
Because we know each other.
Like, that's been my whole plan. That I was like, I got to get Brett onto the podcast to see if he'll suck my dick in some scenario.
And you're all right. I'm like, it would have been like 15%
I
more.
love that you're like, there would have to be a surcharge.
You better tip, asshole. You better tip, asshole.
That's insane.
I'd take you to see a movie after too.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be weird?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a weird end to the day?
That really would be one where I'm like, I got a heart out, man.
Dude, I can't.
I got a heart out.
Seriously, Furiosa is 2.5 hours. I don't want to see this with you,
Sit
man.
next to you. 2.5 hours, man. What's the worst movie you've seen recently?
Recently?
Yeah.
Dylan loved it. Anyone But You.
Oh, it was great.
With the
Sydney Sweeney, Glenn
course.
Powell.
He's the new It guy, and I don't know if he's it. Here's why. He looks like the most default video game character handsome I've ever seen, to where like you don't have a look. You're just like
You just see him always standing like this?
because he's got the arms flexed because you're like, he's completely fit.
He's so fit.
He's so fit. But he's not. He doesn't look like anything. But
He's just
AI
like
handsome.
Yeah.
It's AI. Whereas like even Clooney or Pitt, men I would happily suck off. They have a look that like they do look like specific. He is just, and so they're trying to make Twister with him.
Oh, yeah, I
which
saw that.
they're bringing it back. Which being from Kansas, I'm like that's so prejudiced. I am gonna lead a protest. Kansans against Twister and go, you're glorifying.
My
You're
culture is not
glorifying.
your costume.
Wow.
Right?
Ray.
Yo, Ray's dropping the woke bomb.
I'm super. Yeah.
I love that idea of holding an actual protest for it and going, my culture is not your culture.
Dude, you know what I saw today? I saw these.
I have to do that.
I love
that.
I love these protests
Yeah.
that are happening and how these have you seen these like frats who are coming out like they just love America and they're like doing these counter protests about like how they love America? And I saw this one at one of these Free Palestine protests where they walk up to this girl and she's just like a white girl, American girl, and she's wearing one of the like head scarves. And they're like, dude, isn't this cultural appropriation? Like you're not Muslim, you're not allowed to wear this. And then some dude chimes in, he goes, they actually have a point. And I was like, this is crazy. This is insane.
It's so many different layers of trying to get the checkmate of morality on the other one.
It's so funny.
Yeah, no, that is just like. But man, that's
it's they're so lost to the point where like they can't even figure out where the real point is.
Yeah, exactly. Because everyone you're like you hold that protest. That's a good protest. You hold your pro-America one. That's great too. You're having fun. It's fine.
And meanwhile, Brett's just in Kansas.
The only guy with a no tornadoes
Shame
poster.
on you, Glenn Powell. Shame on you for glorifying. I know people who have died from tornadoes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Brett,
Shame.
I'm sorry.
I don't,
I mean, not personally, just news article.
not to make,
it was a Facebook post. Actually.
Yeah, I liked the Facebook post about the tragedy. It was before you could sad face emoticon. We didn't have the diversity of reactions that we now have.
I always thought that was weird when people are like, yeah, my like someone in my dad died, my mom, whatever. And then people are like. That's always weird to me.
It was always like a strain, like, yeah, they did.
But the person sitting there like, fuck, this thing got no likes, dude.
Yeah, that's also depressing. You're like, come on, this is the one you all gotta have.
You gotta like it, dude. You gotta sad face it at least.
Yeah. Do you have those friends? You have those friends who are guaranteed likes. Do we all have those?
Yeah, I got some.
Yeah.
We're friends where you go, no matter what you post, I'm there.
Yeah.
And I might even throw a comment on. Even if one of my closest friends, Christian, even if Christian posted child porn, I might have Christian's back. I had to do it. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
You're like, just mute this part of it. This makes it not algorithm. I get the text after, hey, something happened with the recording.
They all deleted. That's crazy, dude. It never happened.
Sound issue. I don't know what happened.
Like, so many sirens outside. I'm like, it was really.
Dude, the fan was on. It fucked up the whole
we were
audio.
on like a side
Brutal.
street in Astoria. Like, it was very quiet out.
You got to have those friends, though, like the guaranteed likes.
It's nice whenever, I post something from the pod, there's always like, 5 to 10 people that like everything.
Good. We love those good people.
Ride or die.
Ride or die.
Ride or
That's what
die.
we need more of.
Yeah, we need more of that.
Dude, this has been already. We're not at the end yet, but this is a cruising
I didn't even
episode,
tell the
dude.
story or two.
I told you to be like, hey, you just have a couple in your back pocket.
Well,
but
let's hear. What do you got? What trouble have you been in?
yeah, I was gonna say, what are your vices? What's your
the thing? Because I love the premise of the show, and I watched some of your clips, and like some of the people you have on a phenomenal comics, and like it's someone I am a comedy friend with, and I love his stand-up, that I was like an Ed McGowan. I'm like, that guy is insane and has lived so many lives. And then I'm on the show and I'm like, I don't really drink that much. I kind of just smoke weed a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't have like a story. I have like a night or two that I mess something up, or I have not crazy stories, but just like, I don't know, bizarre things.
Yeah, well, that's why it's
That's
like
not
very
it's
wide
not vice
open,
related.
crazy. It doesn't even matter, dude.
All right, I'll tell you one.
We've had people on that talk about like travel, like Brandon Barrera. He's a big traveler. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah,
he's a very funny comic.
He's very funny.
He told us a story about like running with the bulls. That's not related, but it was a great story. And not to put pressure on you.
Can
but
you just
here we go.
clip me saying Brandon Barrera is a very funny comic?
That's gonna
and
be
then tag him in it, and just like, all right, the guaranteed like.
Yeah, guaranteed.
You want to talk
like.
the guaranteed like, and if he doesn't share that at least on stories, you asshole.
What a piece of
What
shit.
a piece of
Who's
shit.
promoting you? No, the one story I want to tell this someday on stage.
Okay.
Yeah, let's hear
But
it.
this is a story. My family has a tradition where we used to have a tradition where every Christmas we would go see the local theater production of A Christmas Carol.
Love that.
Love it. It's such a special show.
Yeah.
Oh, I can relive that show every year. One year, and this was at the advent of it before we really knew what it was. My dad had seen so many ads in Kansas City for Shen Yun. And keep in mind, this is at the start of Shen.
Okay.
This is at the beginning of Shen Yun.
Shen Yun.
It just feels right.
Yeah.
And my dad was just like, hey, what's this? And then I think he saw China before communism. He was like, well, I don't like communism.
Perfect.
So it's like, and it looks like fun dancing. And, my dad, who's relatively, he's like Midwestern chill, but he wants to mix it up. He's like, let's see what this Shen Yun. It seems to have great reviews.
Yeah.
Looks colorful outfits on the poster. So we got tickets to see Shen Yun. And I have a big family, and all my siblings have like a partner or even a kid or two.
Yeah.
And so there's about 12 to 14 of us, Rayboulds, and Raybould adjacents, going to see Shen Yun at some theater in Kansas City. And here's the thing. You got to understand. When Shen Yun was first starting out, everyone was curious because they had an infinite ad budget. So it was a
crazy
sold-out theater.
Well, I thought it was like a cult.
Yeah, and we're in it now.
This is
And I'm actually just here to tell
He's
you.
about to pitch it and be like, it's $99 a day to join. We'll reveal the secrets of China before communism.
If I sell you Shen Yun tickets and then you sell to your friends Shen Yun tickets, we both make money.
You're going to have a BMW in no time.
The American dream.
Yeah.
It's like a triangle.
Yeah. Just trust me on it. At least I'll sell to you and you sell to Dylan, and then
Yeah, for sure.
you're on the downstream.
Mom, you got to buy these tickets. It's one of the best performances I've heard about.
So we roll to Shen Yun.
Yeah.
Here's a spoiler, not a good show. Here's why. Not a good show. Here's why. All of the dancing was on the ground. Not okay. Pretty sure the ads made it look like there was flying dancing, trapeze.
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be some aerial. Dancing on the ground is not a 2-hour show. You got to, and they're like, okay, the outfit this time is in green, but like, this isn't the year 3000 BC. I've seen Godfather. I need more stimulus. I've seen stuff mix story with beautiful cinematography, moving pictures. The reason it's not a good show anymore is because China before communism is like thousands of years ago. That's not equipped for my modern brain. And you know what? This is a side detour. It's one of my favorite. I love casually, but love like film history. The first ever moving picture. Do you know what it was of?
No.
It was of a train coming into station.
Oh, that's
That
good.
was the first ever moving picture, and they had that in theaters. They would show.
Wow.
It's like a 20-ish second, 30-second clip or something.
Kill
Just a
me.
train coming into station. People would pay to go see that. Wow. And this is how people back then, they couldn't understand moving pictures. So that, to them, apparently the myth or the truth is, they would think the train was coming at them in the theater, and people were like, "Oh my God!" and they would freak out. "Oh my God!" And that's just a detail about.
That's crazy.
It's a
I didn't
side
know that.
detail. Anyway, cut to today, where like 5 years ago, where you're like we have like I've watched like a CGI alien Godzilla fight an octopus from space, and they had sex, and I watched that in theaters on a 10,000 foot IMAX screen with smell-o-vision. Anyway, so my stimulus is higher than floor dancing, but us Rayboulds love to bring the enthusiasm, and we believe you can make it fun if you buy in.
Yeah.
So we are giving every dance number a giant applause break, and there is enough of us where we can influence the rest of the theater to 14 people, and like at that's enough to get a row, then to get more. And so you can tell the performers are on stage, they're like, this isn't usually how they're like, what is, are we just crushing this performance? And we're just and
Just full-blown Yun heads.
we
right now.
were Yun Nation through and through that night. There was actually one guy in front of us, And he turned back at me and he goes, "Can you not?" And I know. And I was like, I said, "I'm clapping at a show. I'm clapping at a show." And then to my mom, I was proud of this trash talk. I said, "Mom, this guy's about as much fun as Shen Yun." That's just a little detail. So we love the show. So I leave the show. I find it funny to say that my friend asked me, one of my closest friends, Adam, he's like, "You saw that Shen Yun thing?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, how was it?" I go, "Dude, it's the best show I've ever seen in my entire life." He goes, "Are you really? What's in it?" I go, "I'm not even going to tell you because I don't want you just if there's one thing you can trust me on, trust me on Shen. Like, just please see it. Just please see it, and so we can talk about it." And he was like, "Okay." Like the most I've ever vote of confidence to piece of art I gave to that, and my friend was like, "Okay." So a few months later, he lived in San Francisco. And so I was actually in San Francisco for one of the comedy festivals there. And I'm staying with my friend Adam. And he picks me up from the airport and he goes, "I got a surprise for you."
Oh, no.
I go, "What?" He goes, "I got us tickets to see Shen Yun." And thinking I'm going to be like, because here he is buying these tickets. He's buying these tickets, and he goes, "I want to be a good friend. I want to be like my friend said it was the best thing of all time. He's gonna love this." And so in that moment in the car, I was like, "Sounds great, man." And then he goes, "But there's a catch." I go, "What?" He goes, "Because the event was sold out, our tickets are at opposite ends of the theater." So now we have to go to Shen Yun. I'm not even next to my friend.
You're just alone.
So I don't even have.
You don't got a gang of Rayboulds behind you.
I don't have a gang of Rayboulds. I'm going alone to the theater to see Shen Yun. Me and my friends split off.
Oh my god!
And I don't even get to the comedy of turning to my left and just like I'm like dying inside. I'm like watching him slowly be like, "This is
bad.
This isn't like."
You've seen
it's fine. It's like, you know, they're good dancers. I'm not knocking their talent. I'm just saying the stimulus is, and just so I just have to watch Shen Yun again alone, and I can't. I'm not applause breaking. I'm not one guy. Woo! And yeah, and so after he was like, "You were fucking with me, right?" And I was like, "Yes, I was fucking with you."
And I can't believe I watched it a second time.
They were like $75 ticket. It was
the ultimate backfire.
A real price. Yeah, I know.
Oh my!
The
God.
ultimate backfire that you didn't anticipate your buddy being a sweet person.
Such a good person. Such a good person. Such a nice friend.
Oh,
such
man.
a nice friend.
So fucking funny.
And so I got hoisted by my own petard, and in the
God.
Fuck,
that's
Brett.
my Shen Yun story. And yeah, no, it's not. I don't need to see it a third time, man. But you got to see it,
Dylan. Don't pull out the show gift that we give to everybody.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
We got to.
We give every one of our guests.
Thanks for coming to the pod. We just got you tickets.
That's actually a great
Dude, that's
idea.
that's a Patreon.
It's actually a great idea. If you could organize that with the Shen Yun,
God.
You
They
actually
give us
probably
two
could.
tickets every,
If you,
8 tickets a month.
yeah.
No, all we would have to do is every 10 minutes in the podcast, it would just go, Shen Yun.
Dude, I love that. And also, that's a perfect story for the pod. That's absolutely the type of story we love here.
I was like, there's no craziness
Yeah,
as far
no,
as
that's
drinking
great,
or drugs,
dude.
or
I love
I'm not
that.
like fighting a hooker or something. Plenty of those though.
This was a great
Not yet.
episode, dude. This was very fun. We're over an hour already.
we gotta do a director's commentary of the pod. After.
Yeah, we're gonna. pause
we're
it.
listening to it and then talking about.
Fuck!
us
You know what?
talking
I
about
should have done this. That was a good bit when he said that.
I didn't saying that well enough. Let me take it again.
Now, this is where I kept talking over him to try to rifle my Shen Yun bit in there.
Well, dude, thank you for coming.
Oh, man.
This will be out, I think, in either
2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks.
2 to
We got
3
a little
weeks.
backlog, but
Hey, no
we're-
worries.
Summer's coming up. We're trying
don't
to-
worry. I'm not like if it's not out by the day. What would be my response?
I mean, listen, I did do a pod once, and they go, it'll be out in like 2 to 3 weeks, and I go, oh, okay, perfect. Never came out.
Yeah.
Came out, and I've been thinking of this was like a year ago, and I think about it a lot. I go, was I bad? Was I that bad? I thought I crushed.
Now there was ambulances driving by.
They lost the audio.
Bad
man.
audio. Well, dude, tell the people where they can follow you, what you got going on.
Yes. Plugs.
Yeah, sure.
Plug.
Hello, people who are listening to this, you know what would mean a lot when you do a friend's pod? Just follow the Instagram.
Hell
that
yeah.
actually, if any of you follow this, it will mean a lot to me. I have some shows coming up that are plays. They got an off-Broadway show called Race the Movie the Play that will be out either later this year or early next year. But it's going to be a great show. We've already run it once. It was a hit, and we're just getting the details for the next run. But it's basically a spoof of white savior movies.
Love that.
So picture Scary Movie, but for movies like Green Book, The Help, Hidden Figures, Django. So it's a great show. I know it's not on. You're like, this will be out in 2 to 3 weeks. I'm like, that won't even be out in 2 to 3 months. But just you'll want to keep in mind.
Follow the
it's great.
Instagram.
Follow the Instagram.
Yeah, definitely check that out, man.
Anyway.
What's the Instagram?
What's your handle?
At Bret Raybould. Get a pen.
Perfect.
Ask your parents' permission to follow because the content is spicy.
It's spicy, dude.
Daddy. Well, thank you so much,
Guys,
Brett.
thanks for
Man,
having
make
me.
sure to follow Brett. Make sure to catch him live and catch Race the Movie the Play. Right?
That's right.
Nailed
Love
it. You
Mark
can,
Cuban said
this
it
is
looks
awesome.
great.
It looks
Oh, it
real
looks-
nice.
Yeah. So that's the poll quote.
You know what? Don't actually even follow me. Just follow at Mark Cuban and go. You can catch me. I will be in the production of Shen Yun coming to MSG. And here every Wednesday with my good pal Dylan Krasinski. Dylan, where can they find you?
we made a call to our fans to who was it to follow a couple weeks ago? Rachel McAdams.
Oh no, Jessica Chastain.
Jessica Chastain. Yeah, we made a call.
a lesser known celebrity.
Actually, to be fair, I was gonna say none of them did it, but I don't know if that episode's out yet. So
Hey.
I think that episode comes out next week. So yeah, if you haven't followed Jessica Chastain yet, go follow her.
Give her a
Follow up
follow.
from our last episode, and yeah, at Dylan Krasinski on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, and at Troublemakers on all those sites. We post clips 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 times a week when I'm feeling motivated. Go follow Brett. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week, baby. Good night.